All right, we are on the final day of deload week. They have announced what the next macro cycle is going to be. It's called Deadlift Queen. I did this one. I think they said it's been 2 years since we've run this, but I did do this one previously. I am excited to start it. I'm a little wary because of my hip and hamstring. I fear it's going to be frustrating to do this cycle right now. But my hamstring is improving, and actually today, rather than doing the programmed deadlift rep attempt, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. So the program has scheduled an AMRAP for deadlifts at 85% of your 1 rep max. Instead, I'm just going to test my deadlift off the floor instead of doing rack pulls today. See if I can do it. I've already been warming up a little, and I think I can pull off the ground right now. And so I'm just going to try to get a feel of what I need to set my training max at to start this new cycle. So not very exciting. I'm not going to do anything too crazy on the deadlifts. Just try to figure out a good starting point, and then hopefully through this cycle, it's an 11-week cycle. Hopefully I can make some good deadlift gains and get that hamstring really functioning at 100% again. But today we're starting out with overhead press. I expected to see an AMRAP on this one, but we actually do not have an AMRAP on this today. Just a simple 4 rep 2 sets, I think. I might actually do 3 sets. So with this program, I've been following their express version for a long time now. I started doing that because I was working out in the morning before work, and so I had a set time limit and I couldn't go over it, and I found myself, when I was on the regular length of the program, I found myself running out of time and cutting out exercises and didn't want to wake up any earlier. So I switched to the express version of the program, and that worked really well. However, now I'm working out after work in the evenings, so I don't really have a time limit. So I think I'm going to switch back to the regular version of the program, which adds a few more sets in. And I think I didn't switch my program over yet on the app, but I think I'm going to go ahead and add an extra set of overhead press today to sort of get started with that version of the program. Okay, set number 2, same weight. One more. Okay, now we see how deadlifting goes. Okay, this is kind of intimidating. I have warmed up doing some dumbbell deadlifts, and just the bar. Now we see if I can pull it off the ground. This is 135. Okay, I'm feeling very low pain in my hamstring, just like maybe a 2 or 3 out of 10, but it is there. And my hip is pinching a little at the bottom of the movement. I don't know how much to push it. I feel like maybe I'm at the point now where I should start pushing the boundaries a little. It's just been so long since I heard it. I think it was in like October. I'm ready to make some progress. I feel like I've just kind of been in waiting, in limbo, and surely at this point it's time to start moving forward. Get my regular deadlifts back in rotation, get started on barbell squatting again. That's my hope for this cycle, is to start working back into all the movements that I've been avoiding this whole winter. Okay, this is 155. My app, depressingly, is showing me what I should be doing based on the 1 rep max that I have in there right now, back from before my body fell apart, and it is recommending 240. So that's depressing. 100 pounds lighter basically right now. Don't think about it too hard. I don't need to hurt myself doing this. Okay, that actually did not feel any worse than my first set. Gonna do another set. Should I go up 20 pounds again or 10? I think I'll go up 20 pounds again. I'm not shooting for like a 1 rep max or anything. I'm gonna try to do like a 4 or 5 rep set and then estimate from there what I should set my training max at. Okay, final set. I am at 175. It really bothers me that my bar won't stay perfectly straight, but the garage floor is sloped. Okay, that feels like a good stopping point. 175. I'll look at some like 1 rep max estimate charts online and get an approximate 1 rep max based off of that. I'll use that as my training max for the next cycle. And then what I'll do is on the first deadlift day, just see how it feels using the percentages based on my 1 rep max that I'm going to put in today, and then decide if I need to change that. I want to take it very easy to start out with. That hamstring is weak and it is very prone to irritation still. Okay, we are really going to be testing the status of my injuries today. Doing a single leg glute bridge. This is actually something I've been doing as rehab for my bad hamstring. I started just with my foot on the ground. I've been working my way up to higher elevations. It's a lot harder after deadlifting. And then this is superset with Bulgarian split squats, which is something I was going to try to add back in last week, I think, and ended up deciding not to attempt it. So we're going to do it today, just body weight, and see if it's something I can keep in rotation now. Okay, let's start with the bad leg. See what sort of range of movement I can get. Okay, that feels fine with no weight. Might be stuck at very minimal weight for a while. I've been working on improving the diet side of my life as well. One thing I'm focusing on right now is vegetables. I really let that slide. I don't have a very big appetite, and I always struggle to get my protein in, or even enough calories in general. So I usually focus on the protein. I don't really like tracking. It's just, I don't know, it gets annoying, I guess, to be constantly adding in my meals. But so when I do track, I usually only track my protein. That's what I mainly focus on achieving, and so I really let the vegetables slide, fruits and vegetables, and that could be part of my aches and pains. You know, vegetables are good for you. So this past week I started focusing on, I'm not really tracking it still, because see, if I make myself start to track things, then I find myself just like not eating at all because I don't want to enter it, which is not good. So I'm still not like tracking, logging my vegetables, but just like mentally I made a goal for myself to have a vegetable with every meal. I haven't hit that every time, especially with breakfast. Well, a lot of the time I don't eat breakfast, which is not the best for me, you know, trying to keep my calories up. I should be eating breakfast, but sometimes I just can't. And then, of course, I don't have vegetables if I don't have a breakfast. And if I do have breakfast, I find it hard to eat vegetables with breakfast. I usually have a really small, really bland breakfast if I'm gonna have something and I don't want vegetables. But even having vegetables twice a day is honestly better than I was doing. There were a lot of days where I'd have like maybe 4 ounces of chicken throughout the day and a little rice, and that would be it. So that's not good. But yeah, especially with it being spring here, there's lots of gardens around me. I don't have one because I kill everything, but there are lots of farmers markets and gardens around me, so you can get fresh vegetables now and berries. There's some strawberries now that you can get, and so yeah, I'm intentionally adding extra fruits and vegetables to my diet to help my body out. Okay, we've got Romanian deadlifts on the schedule today as well, something I've been avoiding. I have done body weight Romanian deadlifts throughout the week this week. So I got my measly 10-pound dumbbells, my core range of motion. I'm gonna do these really slow and controlled. And my plan is, if they're programmed, I'm going to actually do them now. Might be really bad range of motion, but I'm going to keep them in the program and work towards increasing the range of motion, hopefully without irritating my hammy. Sorry for the cat noises. My elder boy is out here. I think he wants to go outside. I kind of made a mistake. I usually don't let any of my cats outside, but it was his 15th birthday and he doesn't go anywhere. He just wants to sit in the sun with me. So we sat outside in the sun, but now he thinks he should be allowed out all the time. And we live on a busy road, so I'm not doing that. Okay, my other movement, I do have another movement in this superset. It is suitcase carries, but I'm going to do those outside, so you won't see that. Okay, to be honest, I didn't feel those really anywhere except in the hamstring tendon right behind my knee. So I don't know if those are helpful or not. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm ready to be done with being lame. I'm gonna start adding things back in and see where it takes me. Hopefully not back to being injured. I'm gonna finish up with my suitcase carry outside, and then that'll be it today. Still a deload week, so pretty quick, easy, light. And then next week, we're starting deadlift queen. I am really excited about it. Worried that my hamstring and hip are not going to like it, but I'm really hoping it'll be okay and I'll be able to use it as a building cycle to bring back my squat and deadlift. I'm looking forward to powerlifting style sessions again. I believe they said we would be switching from the upper lower split to more of like primary, your primary movements would have, your primary movements being the squat, bench, and deadlift, you would have primary and secondary days. So upper and lower will be mixed. You know, you might have like bench and squat days together or whatever. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see some good gains out of this cycle, and yeah, really hoping to get back to more normal lower body lifting with this throughout this cycle. We shall see. I can't tell if Gremlin is in frame. I think he is. He has to eat my shoe right now. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. I gotta go finish up outside before I forget, and then do some cooking.